Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Saturday, October 25th, 2025. So, on a date with a lot of 25s in it, how did you find today's crossword?
Whoa, I could tell you a tale.
Really? Please do. And our listeners as well.
I went through almost the entire puzzle, and I probably got 5 or 6 answers.
That's better than me.
And I thought to myself, I have no idea if any of those are even right. And many of them weren't. So boy, this was really a tough one for me. And then our daughter joined me. And we got a little more done, but still, it was just really, really hard. And then the weird thing was we had gotten most of the grid filled in except for the upper right corner. And we were working on that. And all of a sudden, I just put a letter in that I thought might be right, and the puzzle solved. Like, I can't believe the puzzle solved, because there were several things that I didn't even know what they were, but apparently they were right.
So what was the letter?
It was 29 across, balances. And I had first put, like, hoist, because I had the O and I.
Right.
And then I realized that the last letter had to be an S. So I had hoises. And I thought, oh, well, that doesn't look right. So I thought, well, I'll just put a P in it. And it solved. It was poises, which is a word I have never heard before. Poises.
Well, you've certainly heard of poise.
Yes, but not poises. So anyway, it means balances, because that was the clue. But
well, I guess if you have poise, you sort of think you're sort of like elegant and refined. Maybe there's
poises?
Well, it is plural. That is true.
So anyway, that's when it solved. And I'm still a little in awe of the fact that I just put in a different letter and whew, it solved. But, and there were still ones I'm like, I'm not really sure if that's right or not, but apparently it was. So
which ones were question marks?
Let's see. I had the 35 across was Shiva, for example, and we had God in there for a long time, and then our daughter said, I think that might be Hindu God. I'm like, well, maybe, I'm not sure. and then the D in that was 38 down, which was naive looking in a way. The answer was doe-eyed.
Yes.
And I put that in, but then 44 across was core supporters. So I thought, that seems like you need an S at the end of that. So then we had docile. But eventually we figured out core supporters was base.
Right.
Your base.
Absolutely.
So then doe-eyed fit. But and then the G of God, 36 down, application for smoother shifting, gear oil. And I put that in relatively soon because I had the G and it looked like I had I and L at the end. So I thought, well, maybe it's gear oil. But I'm like, I've never heard of gear oil. So anyway, there were just a lot of them. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised by gear oil as well. I did get Hindu God. Although I started off with Shiva, I started thinking about, when someone dies, they have a period of mourning. So I had mourning in there, and then I thought, it's got something to do with some ritual or rite. And then eventually realized, not that kind of Shiva.
Right.
There was the one right underneath where we had the God of Hindu God, 41 across, 24 across co-producer, whose name is the song title spelled backwards. And we hop over to 24 across, 1992 U2 hit, inspired by German reunification. I'm like, oh, come on. So I'm trying to sing all these U2 songs and trying to figure out what the title is. I did not know this one. It's called One.
Uh-huh.
And then the reverse, of course, was Eno, Brian Eno.
Yeah, I didn't know one either, but when I saw co-producer of, a song, I'm like, it in 3 letters. I'm like, what else could it be but Because that's always the answer when it's a music producer. So then I thought, and that does spell one backwards. So I put one in the other place. And it made sense since it was about reunification. I thought, well, that'd be an apt name for a song about reunification, One. So,
but I'll tell you, I'm surprised. Well, I don't know if I should be surprised, but you found the upper right corner tough. I found the upper left corner. I mean, it starts off with calendar month between Shaban and Shawwal.
Right.
My reaction to that was next.
Yeah.
Or okay, I can tell my streak's about to die now. It turned out to be Ramadan.
Right.
I thought since both words started off with Shah, it would start off with Shah as well. I didn't even know what language it was in. So
yeah.
But then the one down from Ramadan was sharp blow to the chest, rib shot.
Right.
I've heard of a rim shot, but not a rib shot.
Yep.
That is a debut, by the way.
Oh,
And then 2 down staple in a poke bowl or a poke bowl. I'm like, oh no, food. And it turned out to be ahi tuna.
Right.
Which I know as a thing, but
yeah, ahi, that's a word you see a lot in crosswords.
Right.
I had the U and the N because I knew 21 across. That was when I put in right away. That was right. Runs superbly, hums. And then, of course, I got the one underneath it, the song One.
Right.
So I had the U and N. So I thought poke bowl. Our daughter suggested seaweed and rice. Those were kind of the staples that are in all poke bowls. And I said, but I saw that UN. I thought, oh, tuna. And then I thought, eat tuna. So
did you go So you went and then wrote down
yeah. So yeah, that was one that was kind of a just an inspiration there. I thought, ahi tuna. So
the one next to it, I mean, just giving a hint is just how hard this crossword was. Titular figure in a scandalous John Singer Sargent portrait. I'm like, who? And it was Madame X.
Madame X.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you familiar with Madame X?
Oh, of course not.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, you've studied art. There was a chance. 27 across, financial reporter, ? Tax filer.
Right.
Even the ones without the question marks were hard.
Oh, yeah.
Although that was a pretty good clue.
There was another one that I absolutely knew, and that was 43 across, brand for which General Foods distributed orange-handled coffee pots to restaurants. And the answer to that was Sanka. And that is why now decaf coffee usually comes in a orange-handled pot.
Really?
Yeah. And in fact, my grandmother was a great Sanka drinker, and they even gave people orange pots. They put the Sanka in an orange coffee pot and sold it to consumers. So she had an orange handled pot with her coffee as well.
I would have liked to have been at the meeting where they picked orange.
Yeah, it's interesting. And, it came in an orange can, orange and brown can. But yeah, she was a very faithful Sanka drinker, and so I knew that. I knew that one. And that helped. That really helped a lot.
Right.
But
yeah, I did not have that benefit. And in fact, the only coffee I can think of that's 5 letters long is Nabob, which probably doesn't even sell in this country.
No.
So there's a brand that sells in Canada called Nabob coffee.
Are you sure? Because doesn't that mean kind of... Oh, I guess that means sort of a.
It's
honorific.
The name of a coffee. I know that for sure.
I think it's some sort of an honorific nabob.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the S of Sanka ran into 43 down. leader of the Afro-futuristic jazz collective Orchestra for almost 4 decades. And it's just like, I feel so badly that someone was running this thing for 4 decades and I had no idea of their name. It turned out to be Sun Ra.
Sun Ra, yeah.
Which sounds like an Egyptian god.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Oh, and then the two spanning answers beneath that, 48 across, where gold beaver coins were used as currency. And I'm like, okay, this must be Canada.
Me too.
But it was Oregon Territory.
Right.
And then the one underneath it, green suit, ? Junior executive.
Right.
I'm like, oh, man.
I got the executive part, and I had the IOR. So I thought, oh, senior executive. I didn't know why that would be.
Junior executive.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know why that would be a green, what was it? Green suit.
Right.
So, but I put in senior.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
It fit. But then, I wasn't really getting anywhere in that bottom left corner with that being senior executive. So I took it out. I took it all out and eventually put in the NIOR again and put junior executive. And then that sort of made sense. Oh, green suit, like someone new, green.
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
So yeah.
And that crossed with 32 down. I actually got 32 down before I got junior executive. Cursed vibe, and it was bad mojo.
I had no idea.
I put that in. I had a couple of letters, and I put in mojo, and it stuck. And so I had that junior for a junior executive.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I was thinking there were a fair number of X's in here as well.
Yeah, there were quite a few.
But
yeah, I had the O there, bad mojo, because our daughter figured that the pricey catering option of 52 across was an open bar. She knew that right away.
Yeah, I was inventing.
So I was trying to figure out some sort of voodoo. I thought, oh, maybe some voodoo, but voodoo, of course, didn't fit. So, well, maybe it's voodoo with a suffix.
Well, the other thing that I got, I just this is just a stab in the dark, 42 across, climax of operational planning, D-Day. I put down D-Day.
Oh.
I'm like, good job, self. And so.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Let's see, we had 44 down, seat fillers that turned out to be butts. And at one point I had core supporters as, I thought that was going to be an army. And so I had it starting with A, and I thought, oh, they wouldn't do this, would they? But it turned out it was bass and butts.
Yep.
For which I was greatly relieved. How about 47 down, oldest 4-letter papal name, Pius?
Yes.
Did you know that?
We had the P, so we were thinking Paul, but I thought, well, the Apostle Paul was not a pope. Peter was the first pope. But so the only other P that I could think of pope names was Pius, so we put that in. Yeah.
47 across was Baba Ganoush, e.g. puree.
Yes.
That I thought Baba Ganoush was like a scary monster or something.
I did too, but our daughter said, well, Ganoush is like a sauce. She knew that term. So,
wow.
So
that helps.
So we put in puree and it worked, yeah.
Oh, 40 across. Combinations with numbers and sets. Bands. I'm like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
It's just like, every one of these clues is fabulous in that way.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even 40 down, crossing with the bands. Transaction with no money down. Barter. That took me a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the whole crossword took me a bit. But
yeah, I worked on this for an hour and 35 minutes, which is about 35 minutes longer than I usually will work on a puzzle. If I go, an hour or a little past, I just give up.
Yeah.
But this was such an interesting puzzle. The clues, they're like, well, what could that be? I mean, it just made me ponder. And so I kept at it. And of course, with our daughter helping, makes it more fun.
Sure.
But yeah, But when I put that last letter in and it fell, I was just like, I don't believe this.
So, by the way, 17 across, 46 years, question mark, Biden presidency.
Yeah, what a terrific clue that was.
And some people on Wordplay were very annoyed about that.
Oh, really?
It's just like they didn't get. It's like he wasn't there for 46 years.
No, he was
and it's just like
46.
It's the 46 years, and they were upset. It's just like this is a Saturday. These clues are supposed to be tough, so get used to it. We had 16 down. Especially gratifying, so to speak, better than sex. So that was sort of interesting.
Yep.
And blank Farnsworth, inventor dubbed the father of television, PHILO.
Yeah.
I think, in Futurama, they have someone named Farnsworth.
Yeah.
The sort of the old scientist. And I wonder if they're named after PHILO.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But this crossword was by Byron Walden. He has done 110 since 2001. So he's done about over 4 a year. His most popular day of the week to publish in by far is Saturday.
Oh, well.
So he's very experienced. When I first looked at the crossword, it pops up and it says, are you ready to play? And so that covers up most of the grid. But looking beyond the grid, I was seeing a lot of white squares, and I'm like, And then when I got rid of that square, I'm like, oh, it's mainly white squares.
Yeah, it really didn't have very many black squares at all.
No, this was really outstanding. Outstandingly tough. We've had 2 really tough crosswords in a row.
We have.
Friday
was
tough.
And I found a lot of the crosswords through the week kind of challenging. The one on Thursday with the rebus about pickles, and Wednesday I spent a very long time getting that one done. That was also a big challenge for me. So yeah, we've had some toughies just in a row, Wednesday through Saturday.
Maybe Will is tired of some people complaining in wordplay they're too easy.
Oh,
and it's just like,
do they do that?
Everyone complains about something wherever they fall on the curve. What really annoys me is those people who solve the crossword. This is a really, really tough crossword. It took me 5 minutes to do. It's like, yeah, thanks, anonymous internet person.
Yeah.
You probably don't even exist, Baba Ganoush, if that's your real name. So anyways, by Byron Walden, this definitely has to be in the running for Jam Katwa.
It was a good puzzle.
So well done, Brian. All right, that is it for today then. So thanks everyone for listening. Let us know what you thought about this crossword. Drop us a line, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com. Did you find it impossible? Easy? Did you do it in 5 minutes? If so, you don't need to tell us that. Anyway, we will be back again with our cutting-edge, in-depth analysis of Sunday's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.